Praise the Lord, everyone. Praise the Lord, everyone. Once again, I welcome you once again to a Friday night refresh. This is Prophet Bruce Anderson here at the Prince of Peace in Quantico, Virginia, where our leader is Apostle John T. Hurd Jr., the senior pastor here at the Prince of Peace Church. I want to talk to you on this Friday night refresh from a very familiar text in the book of Luke, starting at chapter 15. I want to read at verse 11 the story of the prodigal son. And it reads, "And he said, a certain man had two sons. And the younger of them said to his father, give me the portion of goods that fall to me. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with rotten living. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in the land, and he began to be in want." I want to stop right there. The end of that 14th verse says that he began to be in want. He went to his father, asked for his inheritance, which was an insult to that culture, to ask for your inheritance while your family member was still living. But yet his father granted him his wishes. He gave him his inheritance. He takes it and go find himself splurging, if you would, and spending on rotten living, and he found himself with nothing. Won't the devil do that to you, just make you look like a fool? But yet he came to his senses, the Bible said, and he began the journey back to his father's house. I want to talk to you from the subject, and I preached this before, your priorities in the wrong place. Lord, your priorities in the wrong place. We get all caught up on things of this world, and we put our priorities in the wrong place. And when we do that, 9 out of 10, we find ourselves in trouble. And that's what happened to this prodigal son in this parable that Jesus tells us, that he spent all his inheritance just rotten living because he had his priority in the wrong place. He thought if he got his inheritance, he would be happy. That would make him happy. But he found out that didn't make him happy because his priority was in the wrong place. But yet he journeyed back to his father's house. He comes to his senses, and his father see him afar off and tell his workers, his servants, to grab him a robe and take it and kill the fattest lamb or animal that he can find. And his brother got jealous of him, and you know the rest of the story, but his father welcomed him back. And that's just like Jesus. When we get out of line and we find ourselves that we have our priorities in the wrong places, and when we come to our senses and confess our faults to the Lord, he is willing to forgive us and give us a new opportunity to start over again. I want to tell you on this Friday night refresh, make sure that you have your priorities in the right place. We are living in the last days, and we need to be focused on the Lord's priority. May the Lord smile upon you, and we'll see you next time at Friday Night Refresh.